It's old-time hockey, the way you're supposed to play. You throw a little lumber if a guy gets in your way. You play like Gordie Howe or Eddie fucking Shore. We can't all be Gretzky, some news or Bobby Orr's. Hey!
For 17 years, Mike Sillinger has been one of the most respected leaders, teammates, and two-way centers in the National Hockey League. And tonight, Mike is playing in his 1,000th NHL regular season game.
Mike Sillinger began his hockey career playing for the Regina Pats in the Western Hockey League. He caught the attention of NHL scouts so much that he was drafted 11th overall in the first round in the 1989 NHL entry draft by the Detroit Red Wings. Mike would spend the next 5 years with the Detroit Red Wings franchise until he was traded to the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. Mike would only play one season in Anaheim as he was traded once again at the deadline to the Vancouver Canucks. Sillinger would only spend one full season in Vancouver, and in the offseason he would be traded to the Philadelphia Flyers. Sillinger would again spend parts of 2 seasons in Philadelphia, once again at the deadline being traded to the Tampa Bay Lightning. As a familiar story, Sillinger would spend parts of 2 more seasons in Tampa Bay until being traded to the Florida Panthers, where he would also spend parts of 2 seasons there. Sillinger was traded again at the deadline in his 6th trade of his career to the Ottawa Senators, where he would finish out the rest of that year playing only 13 games in Ottawa. At the end of his short stint in Ottawa, Sillinger was declared a free agent, and at the beginning of the 2001-2002 season, signed with the Columbus Blue Jackets. He would go on to play 2 full seasons with Columbus, but as his story usually goes, in the off-season, he was dealt a 7th time to the Dallas Stars, for whom he would never play a single game, as the same day he was traded to Dallas, he was traded again, this time to the Phoenix Coyotes. And for an amazing 3rd time in one season, he was traded once again at the deadline to the St. Louis Blues, whereas the familiar story goes, he spent part of 2 seasons with them. Sillinger then took the 04-05 lockout season off. When play resumed in the 2005-2006 season, he kept playing for St. Louis until, once again, he was traded, this time to the Nashville Predators, where he played half of the season, only 31 games. At the end of the 05-06 season, once again Sillinger was without a home and declared a free agent. He would soon sign with the New York Islanders at the beginning of the 2006-2007 season, where he would play 2 full seasons with the Islanders and part of a 3rd season, playing only 7 games in the 2008-2009 campaign, finally calling it a career and retiring. In total, Mike Sillinger played 1,049 NHL games, scoring 240 goals and getting 308 assists for a total of 548 points. He won a World Junior Championship gold medal in 1991 with Team Canada, and also won a Calder Cup in '92 with the Adirondack Red Wings. Sillinger holds the NHL record for being traded the most and playing for the most teams. His record on NHL.com is listed as being traded 9 times and playing for 12 teams, which ties him for the most traded player with Brent Ashton at 9. But if you count the one day where he was traded to Dallas and then immediately traded to Phoenix, it brings him up to 10 total trades all time and playing for 13 teams, an accomplishment that will not soon be duplicated. Sillinger also has 3 sons who are in hockey, Owen and Lucas, who play for Bemidji State University in the NCAA, and the youngest son, Cole, who was just drafted last year by the Medicine Hat Tigers in the Western Hockey League. All in all, over his career, I think Mike Sillinger was a solid depth player. Even though he was traded time and time again, it just showed that he was a solid player, with a solid work ethic and leadership abilities that helped him produce for every team that he played for. Though he may not make it into the Hall of Fame, he does have a record that will stand the test of time.